you guys about our experience in our first international pink pill retreat in Italy. Wow, there's so much to tell you. I flew in a day ahead because I wanted to be brave. Before I was going to be interacting and dealing with the hustle and bustle of all of us as a group, getting to know each other, meeting and greeting, I wanted to kind of fly in and settle into the place. As I was flying down and about to hit the landing pad, I couldn't help but notice how the mountains and the topography and the geography of Italy reminded me so much of California. And it really is a very similar climate. It made me feel like I'd just flown 15 hours in a circle, to be honest with you. But then I got off the plane and saw the most incredible architecture and the most incredible people who are so just relaxed, and they know how to enjoy life and really be in the moment. Once I got on the ground in Italy, I felt like I was literally in a magical place. But there was something very interesting about how we were received. First of all, Italian men think we're beautiful. There were some people in our group who said that their family members told them, basically were warning them to be very, very careful because of human smuggling, or they're going to mistake you as a prostitute, and they're going to just all of these horrible things to try to scare Black women out of traveling internationally and just experiencing the fullness of life. And shame on you for doing that, because so many Black women stay where they are because of that fear, won't get a passport, won't travel because of that fear. Luckily for the ladies who joined me, they were brave enough to dismiss all of that negativity and all of that negative talk from people who had never even probably left their neighborhood or their state or even the city that they were raised in, have all these assumptions about what's going on internationally. Well, if you haven't been there, then you should probably shut your mouth. When you decide to go to Europe, and pretty much any place in Europe, but this place, because I've been there, make sure you have some really comfortable walking shoes, because you're going to be walking a lot, you're going to be seeing a lot. While I was there, I had on my Apple Watch, and I was averaging about 10,000 steps a day or more, between 10 and 12,000 steps a day. Combine that with the amazing, wholesome food. Let's talk about the food for a second. The food is amazing, but there's two key differences when you compare to the food in Italy and the food in the United States, is that for all of the head scratching that people may do about what goes on in Europe, especially right now with all of the Brexit and all EU, all that stuff, Russia stuff, whatever, the preservatives and additives and ingredients that are okay to use in our foods simply are not allowed in Europe. There's no such thing as organic. Everything is organic because they don't put all of that stuff in there.
Okay, what's the flavor of your gelato?
This is, I believe
Very
this
red.
is the sorbetto.
Sorbetto.
So the flavors are mango and frutti di bosco.
Oh, okay.
I can't have any dairy, so I can't have the yummy, creamy gelato like everyone else is having. So,
Well, I have the sorbet and the pistachio ice cream. Toby, you're so cute. You're just so little. You're just like a little girl with your ice cream.
yeah.
It's almost like sensory overload, because you're taking all of this architecture where the Italians are so proud of. You're not going to find skyscrapers in Italy, anywhere in Italy. That's just not done. In fact, some of the businesses and some of the high-powered movers and shakers of finance, they'll have offices in these ancient buildings. Let's go back to the men, because I have so much to say. I have so many thoughts on the men. First off, kudos to you, Italy, for cultivating extremely masculine men oozing with alpha juices that dress well. Oh my goodness, if these men that I saw who dressed so amazingly well were walking around the United States, people would be assuming they were gay because they were so well put together. But the men there take so much pride in their appearance. Everybody's wearing these fashionable scarves with crisp white shirts and blazers and nice leather shoes. And yes, so let's talk about the leather. I actually went to a leather cobbler's store, like in the old days, where there was a shop in the back and people would create their wares. There were artisans that created these things and then would sell them in the front, and then they would live above their store.
Buonasera. So you are the shoemaker?
Yes.
Yes. Can I see? Is it okay to see?
Go ahead.
Come look. Wow. So this is how you do it, huh? You wrap the leather around. You guys, this is an authentic shoemaker.
Yes.
You never see this anymore. How did you learn to do this?
This job, I don't know because 3 generations.
Oh, so it's a family business.
Yes.
One after the other. I love it. I love it. It's so amazing. Thank you for showing me how you do this. That's really awesome.
Yes, that's still happening in Italy. Italians are incredibly proud of the work that they produce. The men are also extremely forward, but not in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable. Italian men make women feel beautiful. They appreciate beauty. They have no problem telling you that you're beautiful. And if there is no payoff for it, if you're a married woman, they just want to tell you that they appreciate how you look. All of the Italian men that our group encountered were completely captivated by us. All of us were treated with so much kindness and friendliness, not just from the men, but also from the women, who seemed to be extremely fascinated about our group and how we'd all found each other. Because truly, imagine this, 35 Swedish students visiting, Howard University. Imagine how they would be received by the men. It's kind of like that. We even had people who wanted to take their pictures with us. Our tour drivers, people who we met on the street, they wanted to take pictures with us, and we were good sports, and they took pictures with us, and we took pictures with them. And I also have to talk to you guys about the nightlife. So in Rome, there's this amazing club called The Sanctuary, and it's a restaurant, it's a club, it's huge, this huge place with different gardens and sections, and there's different parts of the sanctuary that play different types of music. It's sort of Oriental inspired, so you get a lot of you can go there and get sushi, and the bars are amazing, and the club was so fun. I'd actually lost my party a few times, and it wasn't a problem at all because people were so friendly. I found some girls and some guys to talk to, and it was an absolute blast. I cannot believe how warm and welcoming Italian people are. They really, really do make it hard to leave and come back to the United States. And in fact, some of the ladies who went with me on the trip are contemplating moving there for good. So everybody wants to know about racism. Did we experience racism? Were there people who were turning their nose up at us? No, actually. But there were people who turned their noses up at us. And those were the women that were accompanied by men who were looking at us. And really, can you blame them for being just a little bit agitated by having that kind of competition? So I have to just be honest. I know that there's some tensions, cultural tensions with African and perhaps Caribbean immigrants, but Black Americans are welcomed with open arms, probably because we come with money. Money always helps, especially if you can be self-sufficient and you can hold your own. They don't have to worry about something being taken away from them because of, having to accommodate legions of refugees. Then you're welcomed. I don't think that it's based on melanin content. I can tell you that literally we were chased down by men who wanted to get to know us. They wanted to know more about us. It was so wonderful. And part of the wonderment of all of it was just seeing my Pink Pill sisters just blossom and be able to use a lot of the things that we talk about in our private group and in the Pink Pill course and utilize them in ways that allowed for them to present their best selves, give them the confidence and the poise, and just allow for them to radiate so much pinkness. It was pretty amazing. We all really got along, and the great thing about these Pink Pill retreats is that we all want to help each other. We all support each other. There's no cliquishness. It's just about the sisterhood, getting to know more about each other, having fun, laughing, and just enjoying our environment, bonding as true sisters who really are pulling for each other, having so much fun that we just absolutely can't wait to do it again. And guess what? We are going to do it again.